a little bit about some paradoxes I've been thinking about recently. So you've probably heard all of these and think that they're mutually exclusive. I don't think they are. The first one first one that I'm going to share with you, good is the mortal enemy of the great. Jim Collins said that. And the idea being that if you settle for good, you don't push through to get to great things. The next one is the best is the enemy of the good. And Voltaire said that a long time ago. The idea is that if you continue to strive and wait to do anything until it's the absolute best, you won't even get to good. And the last one from Sheryl Sandberg is done is better than perfect. And all these things are really helpful advice. And as I've been thinking about them, and I've experienced them all in this last year myself, but also as I've worked with other people. Good is the mortal enemy of great. Meaning that you don't put the time in to get to great. John Cleese talks about in a couple of different presentations. Many people don't know John Cleese, who everybody knows from The Silly Walk and all that kind of stuff from the British television and lots of other things, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, all that. But he also is a very gifted consultant around productivity and creativity. And he talks about why he is a better comedian than his office mate, because while his office mate will suggest the first funny thing or good thing that comes up, he waits and he continues to work on it and refine it until it gets past good and to great. So that encouragement of not just to go with the first thing that you think of, but to wait and continue to work, that's great advice. Good can be the enemy of great. However, if you continue to seek out the best, you'll never even get to good. You'll always wait, and you'll always wait for the next best thing and wait for the next best thing. And I've got friends who are into this, like podcasting and vlogging and all that. And they all say, don't wait till you have all the best and the great gear and all that. Start doing what you're doing, even if you're not that good at it. I like to say that, you've got to be willing to suck in order to get good. If you wait until you're great at something or even the best at something, you'll never get there because you're always waiting. So while good is the mortal enemy of great, the best is the enemy of good. Start early. Start trying. Start putting it out there. Risk looking silly so that you can get to great. And the last one, done is better than perfect. Getting it done. You can talk all you want. You can talk a great game. But if you're constantly tweaking and fiddling and waiting until you have the perfect product, the perfect presentation, the perfect activity, the perfect whatever it is, if you keep on fiddling and tweaking, it'll never get done. And done is better than perfect. So that's why for me, all these things are true. And holding these in a balance. That's why this is kind of like a paradox in that I hold them all to be true at the same time, even though they seem to be counter to each other. But remember, if you want to get something that's great and wonderful, that is amazing, continue to push through what your first impulse is. And work with it. It might get complicated and it'll get messy, but it's on the other side of that mess that you'll find something really, really wonderful. And that's how you get to great. But also remember, if you're constantly looking for the best thing, this happens all the time with apps. So I'm working with a lot of people that are trying to find the best tools and apps for virtual teaching, training, consulting, meetings. They're always looking for the next best tool. And they're constantly looking for the best tool rather than getting one that's pretty good and mastering it and getting great on that one good tool. So remember that the best is enemy of the good. You'll never get to the best, so find something that is good and make it great. And the last one is done is better than perfect. There comes a time when you've got to pull the trigger and get it done. I don't know if you've ever done any writing or art. That, to me, the art of art is knowing when you're done and putting down the brush, putting down the pen or pencil and saying, this is done and this is what's going to be the product for now. knowing that you can always get better and better and better, but in each case, done is better than perfect. So remember, as you walk out today, what my definition of living juicy is to be present and kind as you do great things. So today, be present and kind as you go out and you do wonderfully amazing things.